Young people don't feel prepared for the real world, and now they're enrolling in Adulting 101 crash courses to teach them basic skills like traveling on a budget, planning a meal, changing a tire, and doing laundry. Apparently, you can't outsource some of these things to AI quite yet. Taylor, are you a fan of this?
I'm a huge fan. If I had 25 instead of 24 hours in my day, I want 2 classes, how to change a tire from my father and how to sew from my mother. Because those are 2 lost arts, I think, that are daily skills. And I've gone out, I'll call AAA, or, I'll send it to the dry cleaner and they'll hem my pants. My mom's like, every time you go to the dry cleaner to hem your pants, it's $20. I can do it for $2 with a needle and a thread. Those are like basic life skills. I'm actually all for this. And I wish on top of financial literacy, some of these things were indeed taught in school.
Charles, I know you're a big pasta chef. Do you give these guys credit? You know, the name Adulting 101 sounds a little goofy, I would say.
They're like degrading it.
But the thing itself, is the thing itself a good sign for Gen Z?
That they're open to learning?
They want to, they know what they don't know, maybe?
Yeah, listen, I mean, you know, you can call TaskRabbit for almost anything, right? So we were putting something together, and I asked my son to help me out a few years ago, and I got home. I said, oh, man, it came out pretty good. How'd you do that? And he said, no, I used TaskRabbit. I was, what? So
I know.
It's like, you know, we grew up 3 boys. So, and I was the oldest, so I had to learn how to sew. I had to wash clothes. I had to fold clothes. Ironing, I still love to iron to this day. No dry cleaner can touch me when it comes to pressing a shirt. I'm telling you right now. But you know, it's a lost art, and maybe not Adulting 101, but Survival 101. You know, it's I think it's worthwhile. I think it's good that they might want to learn.
Dagan, I look at it and I see a generation that maybe realizes that they've been dealt a raw hand in some ways by the educational system, and they're, honest to goodness, they want to get back to things that they see their grandparents can do, or maybe their parents can do.
There is real kind of power and honor in completely knowing how to take care of yourself in every way, but also your family. Yeah. Because the day is going to come that you're going to have to take care of your parents and your siblings, and it's going to mean handling the most basic task, not just laundry, but if you get stuck on the side of the road, you better know how to change that tire. I was just lucky that that's how I was raised. That my dad used to, before we'd get in the car, make me check the oil. I'm like, I checked it a week ago. It's not down that low now. But there's something, I think that with this generation, particularly Gen Z, that they're going to be one of the better generations. Not better than Gen X, but...
But a close second,
better
maybe?
than the millennials.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
I'm sorry.
Watch it.
Millennials forget. No, Jackie, there's a quote that stood out to me in the piece that was covering this, and it said, until the 1960s, New York City high schoolers learned to cook, clean, sew as part of a standard curriculum. Like it was the home ec class, basically, which I had to take when I went to junior high, I think. Is that part of the problem, is we've abandoned these things because we've said they're too outmoded, they're too like gender-based or something, and so we've lost actually the education and some basic skills?
What I'm hearing out of every person on the panel that's responded is they actually learned a lot of this at home. From their parents, practical skills. I learned how to make some basic food and do laundry when I lived with my brother in college. He taught me some stuff. I learned a lot of stuff at home. Our parents emphasized common sense. But the one thing that you guys all mentioned, and I agree with all those skills, that you don't learn in school, and I didn't learn necessarily at home, was good communication, interpersonal communication skills. And these kids are really way more on the phone than any of us were when we were growing up. How to communicate with your friends, how to communicate in relationships, how to problem solve without getting angry. That, I think, is just a huge life skill, because if you can't work in groups and function in groups like that, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's just, out and about in life, whether it's in your relationship, then you kind of... You fail at everything. I
love that. I distinctly remember when I was young and I would walk down the street with my dad, and he would say to me, you should say hello to the people that you walk by.
This kind of stuff.
And I'm not everybody agrees with that, by the way, but I just remember him saying like that it was a sociable thing to do. And I will say, as a teacher,
I still do it.
And as a teacher, one of the things I noticed is my students in later years had a hard time looking me in the eye to speak with me. And that's a very hard thing to teach, except for at home. We got to leave it there.